The phenomenon of near-death experiences continues to evolve. It's happening to more and more people, and the stories all bear similarities. But once it occurs, what comes next? It would seem that the near-death experience is only, for many, the beginning of a new and profound journey.
I'm Ron James, host of the show Bigger Questions on Amazon. This year, I'm helping out at the International Association for Near-Death Studies annual conference. To get an idea what to expect, I've been talking to some of the speakers. Let's take a look. From what I understand, you've been really taking some quantum leaps, so to speak, in sound therapy and acoustics and how they can relate to helping the brain to get into certain conscious states.
So many of us understand from all the scientific studies that are out there that get reported all the time, the importance of meditation, how meditation can help our bodies be less stressed, more relaxed, better immune response, all of these wonderful things. But meditation can also help us to get in touch with that unseen part of us that is there all the time, but most of us don't notice. And the way we get in touch with that is by quieting the mind to get the racing thoughts that are always there that we may think is our consciousness out of the way. And what is behind those thoughts is what we're trying to get to. This is the essence of who we are. Some might call it soul, spirit, but what I call it is just the energetic part of us that exists. We like to say that we help people become more whole. And what we mean by that is to not only acknowledge your physical body, but to also acknowledge your non-physical self, the part of you that is that observer behind the thoughts. And sound can help us to settle that mind quite well. In fact, we are doing some rather exciting things recently. We've just completed our first pilot study with a psychiatrist in a Manhattan practice. And she's been giving people our tones to listen to, and their anxiety has decreased. They are better sleepers. They are able to focus better. And we're moving on to another part of that pilot study where we're actually going to help people with the support of the sound get in touch with the heart and with the love. And that really relates to that IANS conference that we're going to be delivering, because the title of that conference is Embodying the Binding Force of Love. Now, many near-death experiencers did this during their experiences. They actually touched that love. They felt it. They became it. They talk about that. I've actually experienced it myself, and I hadn't had a near-death experience, but all of us can cultivate that connection to that love. And we're going to be teaching people to do exactly that at this conference, both experiencers and non-experiencers alike. And it's a very exciting, brand new recording that we created that we're going to be presenting there for the first time. So we're very much looking forward to that.
That's going to be exciting, and I think we're setting up special audio to make sure that that whole thing works exactly the way it's supposed to. So people will be able to experience it in the room.
Yes, it's important to have that two-speaker experience. So when listening to our tones, we generally recommend using headphones. But because of the way we create our binaural beats, we actually combine monaural beats to our binaural beats in a process that we call neural helix. And this allows us to create an experience with speakers as well. Now, if you have speakers at home, you want to make sure that they're very good quality and that you're getting that left-right difference. Many modern speakers actually combine the two sides, thinking they're helping us out. And in fact, we like in this particular technology to be able to have that left-right difference. And yes, we will be sure at the conference to have the speakers set up in such a way. The beautiful thing about group events is we may be losing a little bit of the power that you can get with using headphones, but what we gain is that group experience. All of us, as well as our physical bodies, are made of energy. And when we're together in a group, our energy is interacting whether we realize it or not. And when we all can focus on the same thing and invite that love from source to enter into our bodies by first creating that love from within, it's a beautiful thing to do with a large group of people, and it becomes even more powerful with the extra addition of those people.
Don't miss this workshop. It's going to be an experience in itself. Karen, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you and everyone else at IANS.
Join over 80 speakers and presenters at this year's annual conference for the International Association for Near-Death Studies, Bellevue, Washington, 2018.